first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Robinson, a first down and then some. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. Oh, he bowls over it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing now is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Touchdown! Darren Waller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Off play action, here's White. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
41 Mike. You're not ready.
From the shotgun, here's White. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He gets this to Devontae Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
A big play there on the catch and run.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's White. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 15.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 14. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Murray on the sneak.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. A play fake, now White. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
White. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs. But in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Robinson's got it. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
On 1st down, Robinson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know
for
why
them?
they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Here's White. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now a throw here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now White. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now White with a first down throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, Swift. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
15-yard line.
On first down, it's White. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
45. Mike, 45.
White looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Lions are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Swift. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 2-yard
To throw, White. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Matt Ioannidis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Now White. And the pressure gets to him again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Again, it's Robinson. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that'll set them back 5. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, it's Robinson finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Steps away to his left. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, White. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the
Off play action, White. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Swift. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
a loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. White. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Mike, 45. Street. Check, 45. Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Steps away. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the keeper.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Murray going to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Minnesota.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Darren Waller from 3 yards out. And the Vikings appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Yeah. We don't want none.
Throwing again on 2nd down. White. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Dancing to his left. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Detroit Lions
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That's caught by Sims. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, here's White. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Throwing again. White. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
At the 37-yard line, a gain of 15. 1st down, Vikings.
Check three.
So the final seconds have ticked away.